Welcome to my channel. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Although Roman Reigns has returned to the ring as a babyface, he has not yet reconciled with his old bloodline associates. Sam Roberts, an analyst for WWE, recently discussed the possibility of a reunion between Jey Uso and the original tribal chief. After leaving the bloodline, the Yeet Master was able to achieve the peak of his profession. His breakthrough as a singles contender came last week on Raw, when he defeated Braun Breaker to become WWE's Intercontinental Champion. At the same time, since his return to SmackDown, Reigns has clearly lost a lot of friends. Despite Cody Rhodes' alliance with him in dealing with the Solo Sikoa-led bloodline, the two men are not expected to remain in sync for the foreseeable future. After hinting at an impending conflicts between the two guys, WWE will soon launch their trilogy. According to Sam Roberts of the Not Some Wrestling podcast, the head of the table will not apologize to main event Jey on Raw because he still feels he is better than everyone else. On the other hand, Roberts thinks Reigns relies on Jey because Rhodes will be alone when the Bloodline storyline ends. Following Cody Rhodes' victory against Roman Reigns at WrestleMania XL, Roman Reigns is preparing for his return to the arena. On October 5, at the Bad Blood Premium Live event, he and the American Nightmare will square off against Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu of the Bloodline in a tag team battle. The fact that Reigns has been advertised for many future SmackDown episodes almost guarantees that he is returning full-time. The continuing storyline of Roman Reigns and the Bloodline is one of the most captivating tales in the dynamic world of professional wrestling. The charismatic Roman Reigns has become the focal point of WWE's dominating group, and he often assumes the character of the cold-blooded tribal chief, being accompanied by his cousins Jimmy and Jey Uso, as well as Solo Sikoa, has made his reign as the undisputed WWE Universal Champion absolutely historical. But this rock-solid band has shown signs of weakness in recent months, and rumors have been swirling over whether the Og bloodline would ever reunite. However, a well-known wrestling expert claims that Roman Reigns would not make reconciliation with a major WWE star, even if this star may be pivotal in arranging such a reunion. This much-touted reunion may not happen, according to the analyst, because of Reigns' ego, need for control, and reluctance to compromise. A proper understanding of the path that propelled the bloodline to stardom is necessary before exploring the prospect of reconciliation. The transition of Roman Reigns' persona from the macho big dog to the menacing tribal chief was a very successful one for WWE. In an effort to get the support of Paul Heyman and his cousins, the USOs, Reigns came to terms with his Samoan background and started claiming the Inoue family line as his own. As a unit, the Bloodline were unstoppable in WWE, winning a slew of titles and dominating the SmackDown brand. There was no group that could halt the Bloodline for over 3 years. With an unrelenting in-ring style and an overwhelming presence, Roman Reigns maintained his title over a reign that was comparable to some of the best in WWE history. The USO brothers, Jimmy and Jey, cemented their place in wrestling history as a legendary tag team. As a unit, the three of them seemed unstoppable, and Reigns never stopped assuring the WWE Universe that, under his leadership, family came first. The seeds of discontent, however, did start to develop, as they did with every major group in wrestling history. The USOs and Reigns' feud started to heat up around the middle of 2023. Especially Jey Uso became sick of being Roman's shadow and dealing with his manipulative ways. Jimmy and Jey decided to separate themselves from Roman's reign after months of internal strife, and devastating betrayals caused the bloodline to disintegrate. When Jey quit WWE for good, the already fragile family tie became much more apparent, and many wondered whether it would ever be able to heal. Throughout this plot, Jey Uso has served as the group's emotional anchor, and he is at the center of all the drama on the bloodline. From their vicious confrontations in 2020 forward, Jey and Roman Reigns' complicated connection has been a driving force in the bloodline's plot. After a series of intense battles in which Reigns established himself as the family patriarch, Jey was coerced into signing an oath of loyalty to him by his cousin. But Jey's devotion started to fade as time passed. The most riveting narrative WWE has given in a long time came from his inner turmoil, as he was split between family allegiance and his own ethics. Eventually, Jey left the bloodline after being the first member to publicly defy Reigns. His surprising departure from WWE symbolized the breakup of a family divided by ambition and power. The possibility of a reunion of the Og bloodline has sparked intense discussion among wrestling fans and experts. Will Jey Uso and Roman Reigns ever make up, paving the way for the bloodline to reunite and return victorious? One wrestling expert claims the answer is an emphatic no, at least as long as Roman Reigns is the chief of the tribe. According to the expert, Roman Reigns' image is the main thing standing in the way of reconciliation. A tribal chief is someone who refuses to cede authority and who exhibits traits of dominance and control. In Roman's view, the point of the bloodline has never been to bring the family closer together, but rather to further establish himself as the patriarch. Even members of his own family face exile if they dare question Reigns' power, as he has shown time and time again. The analyst said this is the main reason Reigns has no intention of mending fences with Jey Uso. Roman would have to face the fact that his family has been permanently damaged by his manipulative tactics, inflated ego, and fixation on power if he wanted to realize this. To do so would be to concede that Roman's autocratic style is ineffective and that Jey's revolt was well-founded. Such a compromise is very improbable from someone like Roman, whose whole persona is based on never displaying vulnerability. To add insult to injury, Roman Reigns may have strategic reasons for not wanting to make amends with Jey Uso. Roman enjoys confrontations as long as he is WWE's top villain. Because of Jey's rebellion, Roman is now more nuanced and maybe more menacing than before. One of the most interesting parts of WWE programming is their rivalry, but if they reunited with Jey, it would be less intense. The expert goes on to say that Roman Reigns could be able to restore the bloodline's domination without ever mending fences with Jey. Solo Sikoa, the NY Dynasty's bright young star, is one potential alternative that Reigns may consider. Already, Solo has established himself as the group's enforcer by displaying unwavering devotion to Reigns. Reigns may continue to dominate WWE with Solo at his side, avoiding the previous hurt feelings and focusing on the present. Furthermore, there are rumblings in the wrestling world that other NY family members might be assimilated, giving the bloodline a new dynamic and enabling Reigns to progress without Jey. If WWE decides to grow the bloodline, names like Major League Wrestling (MLW) star Jacob Fatu have been mentioned as possible additions.